Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Thursday, March 3rd, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Thursday, everyone. Here's a look at the ES in the daily time frame right now. You'll notice we continue to stay right here inside this 4-day range. We have another day here of Fed Chair Powell testifying before Congress here yesterday. That led to a bit of strength within the range. We've had an up a day, down a day, up a day type of scenario here over the last several days here. And right now, again, if there's a failure to stay above the previous session's high, that could provide an opportunity to drop right back within the range and have a down a day scenario. So keeping an eye on the previous session's high for signs of rejection of prices at around 4,400. A failure to hold the previous month's close could open up weakness back toward 42.75 as we stay within the range. Overall, we continue to see this downward trend here, right? Lower highs, lower lows. And on this side over here, if there's rejection, it could be similar to here where it leads to another round of weakness again. Again, we may be closer to the bottom here than not, but another round of weakness could certainly be seen until proven otherwise. And this is the zone here where if we see a failed new high, it could lead to short-term rotation back down, and that short-term rotation could even increase if the key range low is taken out. As of right now, this key range low remains firmly intact, and so any pullback as deep as that level could still be defended by bulls for a shot at pushing this thing back toward 44.80 and perhaps into the 45.80. So again, this key range low continues to be very solid as support. Let's take a look here at the NQ. The NQ right now also holding that key range low here. Very important. Failed new low a couple of days ago. Held now inside this narrow trading range and trading in a narrow range, holding these highs. Again, day 2 of Fed Chair Powell's testimony today. That could provide a bit of volatility. We have the NFP report coming up Friday prior to the market open here. That could provide some volatility as well. But again, the trend remains down at the moment. Lower highs, lower lows, and on this side of the range here, if there is some rejection, that could lead to short-term weakness today, and that short-term weakness could turn into swing weakness if we break down through the key range low. As we mentioned before, this key range low, very important, 13,706. We can drop as deep as that and still be defended, but a failure there opens up another rotation down. So right now, keep an eye on the previous session's high for signs of a potential rejection. If we push through that area with confidence, we may be looking at a rotation back above the previous key range low there, quarterly low rather, at the 14,370 level, that is. All right, let's take a look here at crude oil. Here's crude. Another big move for crude in both directions again. You'll notice right here another 10-point increment to the upside, hitting the 116s now, the 116s. So again, we've mentioned how this has been 10-point increments all the way up, 66, 76, 76 to 86 to 96 to 106, and now 116. Here we are as we continue to push through the top end of that major market structure. We mentioned in the monthly market outlook that we have room up to 145 to 150 up above for crude oil based on market structure if price breaks through and holds through that 112, 113 zone. So to push through that area and hold would be significant. As of right now, again, despite a tail developing here and despite some weakness, very difficult to sell crude oil at the moment, as every pullback still remains a buying opportunity within the uptrending market. So not really looking to be aggressive on the sell side here, although we have seen quite a pullback from that high right now. 116.57 to a current low of 107.93 just hit. And again, while this pullback may be in play right now, this market remains one that continues to see an upward price discovery phase. Ultimately, again, we could be up here near 150 over the course of the month. All right, let's take a look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin up right now about 0.2%. And at the moment, again, a really strong rejection on both sides here, and now back toward the previous year's close price. You see a little bit of a failed new low developing here today. That failed new low and price pushing up. If there's a failure to really push through 46, again, we may hold up here and then rotate right back down. Very similar to what we did last time, here or here, where it just couldn't get beyond, so it rotates back down. So this 46 is very important. It needs a real big transition through 46, and if that happens, it opens up 52 up above, and now you're trading 46 to 52 for a while. Short of that scenario, though, there could be another rotation back down, or at least some sort of shakeout leg. A shakeout leg with a higher low would be tremendously bullish. That is, do we see something like this after price drops, say, to here? If we drop down maybe to 40K and test it from above, but by the end of the day we are bullish like this, that could be a higher low that leads to a tremendous liftoff up ahead. So 10 to 15,000 point rally could be seen off that pivot low. So watching to see how this plays out and being patient with Bitcoin right now as it remains within a relatively narrow 3-day range. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum. Ether futures up right now about 0.7%, just over 0.75%, that is. And you can see right here, very similar to Bitcoin, in it has a very narrow 3-day range. If we quantify that 3-day range right there, you can see how narrow it is, 41% of average, and if we are to break out, it would give us a range of about 565 points of movement. Which way do we go with that? So like Bitcoin, it would be great to see one big flush here and then end the day with some sort of rejection like this. That would provide a buy signal, a higher low, and could open up a huge move, and we're back to 3,800 to 4,000 in a hurry. So right now, watching to see how that plays out here. Can we get some sort of big shakeout leg? If so, a rejection could be tremendous for strength ahead. But short of that right now, we're still in the range, trading here in a very narrow 3-day range. Continues to build energy as we move forward. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.